And that's where he lost me. That is where he lost me. I understand what he was trying to do. Guys do it all the time. Hit you with the phrase, don't be a pussy. Yes. Because it implies weakness. Yeah. Do not be like the vagina. The vagina that is weak. Yes, yes. Don't be a pussy. The guys say that and then you do what they want. Don't be a pussy. Yeah, don't be a pussy because the pussy is weak. And yet, in my personal experience, I have found the pussy to be one of the strongest things I have ever come across in my life. Don't be a pussy? Have you ever come across a pussy? The vagina is one of the most powerful. You realize vaginas can start revolutions and end wars. You realize even on a physical level, the vagina is one of the strongest things that have ever existed. Virtually indestructible. Many men in this room, many men in this room have tales of how they once defeated the pussy. Let me tell you now, they have not. The owner of the pussy may have given you the impression that you defeated the pussy. But it is alive and well, my friends. Whenever people say that, I go, do you understand how impressive the vagina is? Do you understand how strong it is? There's a reason men have sought to oppress it for so long. The vagina is frighteningly powerful. You realize that human beings come out of a vagina. Human beings come out and still it continues to work as intended. Do you understand how impressive that is? Like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but do you understand? A human being comes out of the vagina and still it continues to operate, and it continues to work. After a human has just come out, you're saying it's weak? A human came out of the vagina. You just sit on a penis wrong and it breaks. You just... Don't be a penis, that should be the phrase. Don't be a pussy. I wish I was a pussy. Are you serious right now? Don't be a penis, that should be the saying. Scotland taught me so many things. Beautiful place, beautiful people, rich in culture. My favorite thing to do while I was there was just try and learn the Scottish accent. I butcher it, but I don't care. I have fun. What I do when I travel is I try to speak to people in their accent and see if they can catch me out. It's one of my favorite games. Like I'd walk into a store in Edinburgh and I'd just be like, "Good afternoon. I would like to buy a pair of shoes." You'd be like, "Where are you from?" "I'm from Scotland." "Aye, what part?" "Johannesburg." Scotland was so much fun. Every day I was there, I felt like I was learning something new. I did learn something that I wish to share with you, and I hope you will not suffer the same ills I did. If you do go to Scotland and you are ever offered a drink, don't. Because you see, the Scottish, unlike us, we drink to enjoy. The Scottish drink to die. I used to think the Scottish had an accent. I've now learned that's just centuries of people trying not to throw up. That's all that is. "Ah, right, what you do? Oh, ah. Yeah, lad has never had that drink. Oh, ah, you dream of dragons. Oh, that go." I made that mistake myself. I was doing shows in Edinburgh. And after one of the shows, I left the venue And my friend Mick was waiting for me backstage, and he was like, "Oh, Trevor, how was your show?" I said, "It was really good. Mick, how was yours?" He's like, "Oh, not too bad, not too bad. You know what, me and the lads were going down to the pub, gonna grab a drink. You wanna join us?" And I said, "No, I don't really drink, Mick. I'm just gonna go home." He's like, "Oh, it's not about drinking, right? We're just gonna hang out, right? Just grab a wee little drink." And that's where he got me. Scottish people do that so well. They're like, "Oh, wee little drink." It makes it sound harmless, doesn't it? "Oh, just a wee little drink. Sounds tiny. A wee little drink. Yeah, wee little." Nothing sounds dangerous like that. Yeah, what happened in Nagasaki? "Oh, they dropped a wee nuclear bomb." Doesn't sound that bad. He was like, "A wee little drink." I was like, "Oh, you know what? Let's have a wee little drink." And so I joined him. And we went drinking. I don't remember. I do remember waking up the next day in my bed, partially dressed, shirt on the floor, pants still on, left shoe on, right shoe on the pillow beside me, and my head pounding, pounding, pounding. You know, you can hear your heart beating inside your head. And so I get up and I'm like, "Oh, I feel horrible." And as I stand up, I could feel the vomit coming. I could feel it. Yeah, I could feel it, just like, it did that thing. But I held it. I control that. Because if there's one thing you should know about me is I don't throw up, okay? Let's just get that straight right. I don't throw up. I control myself. When I see people throwing up, I'm like, "You're weak. Control yourself. You're weak. This is my body. This is my temple. I control it." The body tried. It was like, whoa. I was like, "No. No." My body was like, "Come on, man. I got it." I was like, "No. No. Breathe." Had it in check. Went to the kitchen. Started to make some breakfast. And as I poured the milk into the cereal bowl, my body was like, "Hey, Trevor." I was like, "Hey, what's going on, buddy?" "Hey, do you mind if I burp?" "Of course I don't mind if you burp, buddy. You burp all the time." "Yeah, because I'm gonna burp right now. Just a standard everyday burp." I was like, "I don't know why you're warning me. You never warn me usually when you burp. You usually burp." "I just wanted to let you know it's just a burp. You don't have to worry about it." I was like, "Okay, well, go ahead and burp." He's like, "Okay, well, here it comes." And my body was like, burp, burp. Yeah, but then I caught it in my mouth. I caught it all in my mouth, though. And, "Oh, yeah, judge me. Judge me. The only reason you know the taste is because you're alcoholics. You're going to judge me." We've all done that before. And I'll have you know that's the classy thing to do. You catch it in your mouth so you can handle your business in the toilets. Caught it all in my mouth. I ran to the toilets. I threw up, and it was the worst feeling in the world. I don't even drink. Throwing up is now an added reason to not. And you know when you're throwing up, the worst part for me is the dry heaving. You know when you're done, everything is finished, but still, like that's when I know that humans aren't as evolved as we think we are. Because your body and your brain at that point are not. There's nothing left. There's nothing there. And still there's nothing there. There's not. And you know, we're all in that position. It's not gracious. No one's looking cool. You know, everyone is there. Like, you're just like, everyone is in that same position. There's no one who throws up in a cool fashion. No one's there like, "Oh. Oh." No one. No one. Every single one of us, we're reduced to a pile of pain. Oh, it's finished. It's finished. Oh, it's finished. Ooh. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, it's so sore, it's so sore. There's nothing there. Why don't you realize that? Ooh. Ah. Oh, please, I'm dying. Oh, I'm dying. I don't even know what. Ooh. And then blood came out. Yeah, not good. So I panicked because I was like, I'm bleeding internally. I need to get to the hospital. Called my friend Mick. I was like, "Mick, where are you?" He's like, "Oh, Trevor, I'm at home. What's going on?" I said, "Mick, I need your help. I think I drank too much last night." He's like, "Yeah, right, and?" I said, "And then this morning, I threw up a lot." He's like, "Yeah, right, and?" I said, "And then while I was throwing up, blood came out." He's like, "Yeah, right, and?" I said, and that's it, Mick. Blood came out of my mouth. He said, "Oh, that's too bad, Trevor. So what are you going to do now?" I said, "I'm going to go to the hospital, Mick. He's like, oh, I don't know if that's necessary. Like, was it a lot of blood? So any blood is a lot of blood. What do you mean? He's like, no, I know what you're saying, but like, was it a lot or was it like a wee bit of blood? Mick didn't take me to the hospital. Instead, he decided to come over with some bananas and white bread. Forced me to eat that. And that night, I had another show. I was horrible. It was a bad show. And afterwards, I leave the venue. And who's standing outside waiting for me? My good friend, Mick. And he's like, Trevor, how was your show? I said, it was horrible, Mick. It was horrible. I thought I was going to die. He's like, oh, that's too bad. You want to go talk about it over a pint? I said, what, Mick? He's like, yeah, let's go grab a wee drink. I said, there's no wee nothing here, my friend. There's no wee ever again. He's like, what are you talking about? I said, Mick, I thought I was going to die. I'm not going to drink. He's like, don't be like that, Trevor. It's just one bad day. I was like, yeah, and I'd like to live to see another, Mick. I'm not going with you. He's like, oh, Trevor, don't be like... I'm like, don't be like what? He's like, don't be a pussy. I have a different point of view. Traveling is the antidote to ignorance. And that's so true. It changes your mind, your perspective, how you believe, what you believe. And you know, one of the greatest things you can do when you travel, one of the greatest things you can do is traveling to a country where they don't speak your language. That's probably my favorite thing. Going to a place where they don't speak English just to make you realize how insignificant you really are. You're not the center of the universe. There's another world that exists beyond you. I try and do that all the time. I try my utmost. I go to English-speaking countries, but I try every now and again to go to a country where they speak no English, you know? Like recently, I went to Scotland, right? And again, I had an amazing time. The place was beautiful. It was a different culture, rich in history. They have the rolling highlands of Scotland. You know, they've got these castles, beautiful, perfectly preserved, hundreds of years old. In the streets, there's the men playing the bagpipes, wearing the kilts. No black people. But not in a bad way, not in a bad way. Just in a matter-of-fact way, you know? Like when I say that there's no black people in Scotland, I just mean there's no black people. But not like there's a good way and then there's a bad. Like the good way is when you get there and you're like, oh, there's no black people. You know, but then there's some places you go and you're like, there's no black people. And that's when you know what I mean? That means some shit went down. You can feel it when you get there. Like Australia, there's no Aborigines. And when you get there, you're like, hey, Australia! You're like, wait, where's all the black people? And they're like, oh, I don't know. They left. You can feel something went wrong. But Scotland doesn't have that, you know? Scotland doesn't have black people because further north there were no black people. There's not many black things further north. The further north you go, the whiter things become. You know, it's the people, the Christmas, the bears, everything changes. I'm sure if you went to a Scottish person and said, excuse me, sir, are you racist? He'd be like, I don't know. I never tried. I had so much fun in Scotland. I remember I was in Glasgow for a week. I was driving around in the back of a car, and every single day, I would try and spot black people. It was like a little game that I played by myself. Every day, I would just be there like, black person, black person, black person, black person, black person. Ha! No, statue. Black person, black person, black person, black person, black person, black person. Ha! No reflection. Black person, black person, black person, black person. No black people anywhere. None. And that's why I say traveling is important.